Hello my dear American or non-American friend, and today we're gonna learn English with you because I'm a Russian man who brings value through my own experiences, and on this channel I learn English and other stuff of American culture, another English speaking culture and world culture too, but mostly American. Yes, and today we're gonna learn about George Carlin. George Carlin, I like him a lot because his way of comedy is funny. He uses a lot of numerous counting words. I mean that he does like cats, dogs, fishes, and he does many of like numerosizing things. I don't know how to say it correct. If you know what word I use, please let me know in the comment section. And we will learn from him today what is religion. He thinks that religion is bullshit. Let's watch it. By the way, I'm Christian, Russian, and but I'm in agnosticism right now. Like maybe we have it, maybe not. Let's go, watching.
But in the bullshit department, a businessman can't hold a candle to a clergyman. Because I gotta tell you the truth, folks.
Clergyman. Who is clergyman? Sorry, need to Google it to understand joke. We will do this less. Clergyman. Maybe it is someone who is from church, yes? Clergyman, yes. A male priest, minister, or religious leader, especially a Christian one. Okay, let's watch it.
I gotta tell you the truth. When it comes to bullshit, big time, major league bullshit, you have to stand in awe of the all-time champion of false promises and exaggerated claims, religion. No contest. No contest. Religion easily has the greatest bullshit story ever told. Think about it. Religion has actually convinced people
Bible is
that there's an
bestseller.
invisible man living in the sky who watches everything you do every minute of every day. And the invisible man has a special list of 10 things he does not want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time.
When I have spoken about numerizing things, I meant this. Like he was doing like and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. He uses a much of storytelling of one line. It is good for if you are an actor. If you are an actor, you should tell one line and be in one line fully. And he does it in a long period of time, and it sounds really funny. Yes. And about this joke, yes, invisible man that lives in heaven and he has 10 rules. Okay.
But he loves you. He loves you. He loves you and he needs money.
Money.
He always needs money. He's all powerful, all perfect, all knowing, and all wise. Somehow, just can't handle money. Religion takes in billions of dollars, they pay no taxes, and they always need a little more. Now, you talk about a good bullshit story. Holy shit.
Now we talk about... I didn't understand the last words. Like...
Now, you talk about a good bullshit story.
Now you talk about a good bullshit story.
Holy shit.
I didn't understand the last words because last words were maybe kind of random words. I didn't understand them. Like this last, it should be moral or something like moral, funny moral. Maybe it is funny words that are funny for English people.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. But I want you to know,
It seemed like it was final of this stand-up, but no.
I want you to know something. This is sincere. I want you to know, when it comes to believing in God, I really tried. I really tried. I tried to believe that there is a God who created each of us in his own image and likeness, loves us very much, and keeps a close eye on things. I really tried to believe that, but I gotta tell you, the longer you live, the more you look around, the more you realize something is fucked up. Something is wrong here. War, disease, death, destruction, hunger, filth, poverty, torture, crime, corruption, and the ice-capades.
Ice-capades, what is? Yes, and exactly. Once again, we have numerizing of things. And final, like, he does something so much in his jokes, the structure of a joke. He does normal things with like understandable, yes, it is poverty, torture, crime, corruption, filth, and the ice-capades. Ice-capades, it is something funny, should be. Like, it is metaphor or something like this. Let's Google it. Ice-capades, we are traveling, entertainment shows featuring theatrical ice skating performances. Shows often featured former Olympic and US nation figure skaters who has retired from formal competition. I don't understand it. Maybe this show that you have in America, it is like in Russia we have the same on the first channel. It's called Звезды на льду. It means stars on the ice. It is a TV show that we had in our thing, in our life, and it is kind of like all show that we have on TV. So like not so when you created it specifically and your emotions are like I will smile to you, so complicated, facturated. I don't know what's name of it, of words. It is on the tip of my tongue. I forgot what's name of it. Fabricated, yes, this.
Something is definitely wrong. This is not good work. If this is the best God can do, I am not impressed. Results like these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of shit you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude.
Office temp. Who is office temp? Office temp, my suggestion, temp. It is like office clerk, office worker, employee. Temp. Who is? Temp. Yes, it is temporary worker, in and outer. Yes, we found it. Work as a temporary employee. Okay.
And just between you and me, in any decently run universe, this guy would have been out on his all-powerful ass a long time ago. And by the way, I say this guy because I firmly believe, looking at these results, that if there is a God, it has to be a man. No woman could or would ever fuck things up like this. So.
It is all joke, but in nowadays it should be, it could sound really feminine, anti-feminist, feminine woman. I hope you understand me. That nowadays are more like feminists, so big amount of them, women who are for their rights. Yes, it is maybe correct to stay for their rights, but yes, about this joke, it is for those days, not for today.
If there is a God, if there is, I think most reasonable people might agree that he's at least incompetent and maybe, just maybe, doesn't give a shit. Doesn't give a shit, which I admire in a person and which would explain a lot of these bad results. So rather than be just another mindless religious robot, mindlessly and aimlessly and blindly believing that all of this is in the hands of some spooky, incompetent father figure who doesn't give a shit, I decided to look around for something else to worship, something I could really count on. And immediately, I thought of the sun. Happened like that. Overnight, I became a sun worshiper. Well, not overnight. You can't see the sun at night. But first thing
Nice joke made by like overnight, and then like it is joke of things, how words structurized, how words created. Like overnight, it means that after night, that will be on the morning, but you can see the sun at night. It's funny.
the next morning, I became a sun worshiper. Several reasons. First of all, I can see the sun, okay? Yeah. Unlike some other gods I could mention, I can actually see the sun. I'm big on that. If I can see something, I don't know, kind of helps the credibility along, you know? So every day I can see the sun as it gives me everything.
Credibility, is it? Sorry, I stopped again. Credibility, it means that everybody will believe me that I am a sun worshipper and sun is a kind of truthful god, yes?
Along, you know? So every day I can see the sun as it gives me everything I need: heat, light, food, flowers in the park, reflections on the lake, an occasional skin cancer, but hey, at least there are no...
Again, the same thing. Like his jokes so like structurized, so well written, like they are prepared. You understand that these jokes are prepared and they are not like created in this moment. They are really well written.
Crucifixions, and we're not setting people on fire simply because they don't agree with us. Sun worship is fairly simple. There's no mystery, no miracles, no pageantry, no one asks for money, there are no songs to learn, and we don't have a special building where we all gather once a week to compare clothing. And the best thing about the sun, it never tells me I'm unworthy. Doesn't tell me I'm a bad person who needs to be saved. Hadn't said an unkind word. Treats me fine. So I worship the sun. But I don't pray to the sun. Know why? I wouldn't presume on our friendship. It's not polite. I've often thought people treat God rather rudely, don't you? Asking, trillions and trillions of prayers every day, asking and pleading and begging for favors. Do this, give me that, I need a new car, I want a better job. And most of this praying takes place on Sunday, his day off. It's not nice, and it's no way to treat a friend. But people do pray, and they pray for a lot of different things. You know, your sister needs an operation on her crotch.
Crutch, what is? Sorry, I will Google some words because I want to understand them. Crutch. Ah, the part between the legs where they join the torso, okay?
Brother was arrested for defecating in a mall.
Defecating in a mall. Defecating, is it process of deleting something? Defecating. Okay, what is it? Okay.
But most of all, you'd really like to fuck that hot little redhead down at the convenience store. You know, the one with the eye patch and the club foot, huh? Can you pray for that? I think you'd have to. And I say, fine, pray for anything you want. Pray for anything. But what about the divine plan? Remember that? The divine plan. Long time ago, God made a divine plan. Gave it a lot of thought, decided it was a good plan, put it into practice. And for billions and billions of years, the divine plan has been doing just fine. Now you come along and pray for something. Well, suppose the thing you want isn't in God's divine plan. What do you want him to do? Change his plan? Just for you? Doesn't it seem a little arrogant? It's a divine plan. What's the use of being God if every rundown schmuck with a $2 prayer book can come along and fuck up your plan? And here's something else, another problem you might have. Suppose your prayers aren't answered. What do you say? Well, it's God's will. Thy will be done. Fine, but if it's God's will and he's going to do what he wants to anyway, why the fuck bother praying in the first place? Seems like a big waste of time to me. Couldn't you just skip the praying part and go right to his will? It's all very confusing. So to get around a lot of this, I decided to worship the sun. But, as I said, I don't pray to the sun. You know who I pray to? Joe Pesci. Joe Pesci.
Who is Joe Pesci? And about previous part, he speaks really truth. He doesn't do he doesn't do jokes, he speaks truth. And this truth is so sharp that it sounds funny, that we believe in it.
Joe Pesci. 2 reasons. First of all, I think he's a good actor, okay?
Actor, okay.
To me, that counts. Second, he looks like a guy who can get things done. Joe Pesci doesn't fuck around. Doesn't fuck around. In fact, Joe Pesci came through on a couple of things that God was having trouble with. For years, I asked God to do something about my noisy neighbor with the barking dog. Joe Pesci straightened that cocksucker out with 1 visit. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a simple baseball bat. So I've been praying to Joe for about a year now, and I noticed something. I noticed that all the prayers I used to offer to God and all the prayers I now offer to Joe Pesci are being answered at about the same 50% rate. Half the time I get what I want, half the time I don't. Same as God, 50-50. Same as the 4-leaf clover and the horseshoe, the wishing well and the rabbit's foot. Same as the mojo man. Same as the voodoo lady who tells you your fortune by squeezing the goat's testicles. It's all the same, 50-50. So just pick your superstition, sit back, make a wish, and enjoy yourself. And for those of you who look to the Bible for moral lessons and literary qualities, I might suggest a couple of other stories for you. You might want to look at the 3 Little Pigs. That's a good one. Has a nice, happy ending. I'm sure you'll like that. Then there's Little Red Riding Hood, although it does have that X-rated part where the big bad wolf actually eats the grandmother.
It's rated.
Which I didn't care for, by the way. And finally, I've often always drawn a great deal of moral comfort from Humpty Dumpty. The part I like the best, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. That's because there is no Humpty Dumpty and there is no God. None, not one, no God, never was. In fact, I'm gonna put it this way. If there is a God, may he strike this audience dead. See, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Everybody's okay. All right? Tell you what. I'll raise the stakes. I'll raise the stakes a little bit. If there is a God, may he strike me dead. See? Nothing happened. Oh, wait, got a little cramp in my leg. And my balls hurt. Plus, I'm blind. Oh, now I'm okay again. Must have been Joe Pesci, huh? God bless Joe Pesci. Thank you all very much. Joe bless you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It is nice man to listen to. Yes, nice stand-up, I really like it, and I want to say that it is not like about super many jokes. Yes, some structures of joke are funny, but he speaks truth. His way of comedy is speaking truth, and mix it with a little bit of way of structure. He jokes through structure of joke, not through the real like a funny jokes. In this video, at least, and we don't have super like a funny way so that makes us happy and funny and like laughing. He makes it by structure. Yes, it is my humble opinion about this. And maybe for you it was like, oh Jesus, I feel inside of my stomach that everything is hurting because I was laughing my ass off. Maybe. But George Carlin, I like him. It is my first comedian that I heard from foreign countries. I heard about him when I was 17 years old. Right now I'm 22. I heard about him in Russian, but now I can understand him even in English, and I'm glad to do this. Thank you a lot for watching this video. You can click the subscribe button or like button if you liked it, and leave in the comment section below what do you suggest to watch more, what kind of comedians maybe to improve my English, to improve understanding of accents. Accent of George Carlin I understand correctly, and really is good for understanding. I don't know who is, maybe he's from New York or something like New York area, because this type of accents I understand. George Carlin, let's Google him. George Carlin, he's from Manhattan, New York, United States. Yes, Yes, yes. I understand New York accent kind of pretty well, and maybe need to learn another accents if you have something like a hard to understand accent. Comedians, please let me know. Like I heard about Dave Chappelle, he's so like super ununderstandable with accent. It's so hard to me to understand his accent. And Jimmy Carr was too, because Jimmy Carr is British. But right now I started to understand British accents better. Okay, see you next time. Always improve still daily, please, and do something with your life. You can do this. You are a nice guy or girl, and please move forward to your goals.